YouTube is ZEEWAYY Reaction. We coming back to y'all with another reaction video. And today we are about to be reacting to Sierra. She is coming out with I guess a story time or whatever, exposing Runik and his manager Bobby. Not gonna talk y'all head off. We finna go ahead and get into this video here. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. We on the road to 6K. Then we're gonna hit 10K. I appreciate everybody. Let's get it.
2022 was when me and Michael got back together for the sake of our children. So I went through his computer, I went through his photos, and I seen certain photos that were very inappropriate for a grown man to have on his computer, especially a grown man who works with little girls. So come to find out, he was having with somebody who was in recruit, and then I heard him grab a gun. He cocked it back and slapped me. He told me that he was gonna kill me.
Oh wow, dang, we 42 seconds in. We starting off strong. Okay, let's go back a little bit. I'm thinking it's one of them recaps where they gonna have a little bit of the juicy stuff in the beginning, then it's gonna, but she going into it. Hold on.
We were just going back and forth, and he was denying the allegations. So the argument started getting really bad, and Michael eventually ended up going to the room, and then I heard
The heartbeat, so it's kind of much.
him grab a gun. He cocked it back and slapped me. He told me that he was gonna kill me while I was holding our daughter, Zariah. I don't think I'm gonna talk too much about the time where I had Saya and stuff and the abuse then, but I'm gonna talk about when I had Zariah 2022 until now. So here is my story. 2022 was when me and Michael got back together for the sake of our children, really for the sake of me being about 6 months pregnant. So we moved into an apartment, especially since we were Airbnb hopping for months because we were trying to get a house and we weren't able to for certain reasons. But we were Airbnb hopping for a while, and then we were able to get an apartment. Me and Michael weren't the only ones who moved into the apartment. Obviously, his manager, Bobby, which he takes his manager everywhere with him. Every house that I had with him, with being with him, Bobby was always there. So Bobby was living with us. It was me, Michael, Bobby, and Saya, and I was pregnant. Once I had Zariah, December 13th, 2022, Michael started staying at Airbnbs because he didn't want to bring the whole crew house to the apartment because obviously I had a newborn. So once I got out of the hospital, or even when I was in the hospital, he was over there, and he left me when I gave birth to my baby. Right after I gave birth, he left me to go to the Airbnb. So he pretty much left me with a newborn and a toddler. And he was just staying at the Airbnbs for a long time.
Quick question though. Not trying to be on no funny stuff, but was he absent with the first one?
Eventually, I found out what was really going on in them Airbnbs. I started seeing more calls from certain people. I started seeing messages. So come to find out, he was having sex with somebody who was in recruit who was 17. Once I found that out, he was going to California in a couple weeks. So I was like, I'm just gonna go through his computer, like once he's away from the house, because he takes his computer with him to the Airbnb, but he brings it back when he's at the house. So I was like, okay, like
Maybe it's just me. I don't get the logic. I found the proof of what I need to leave, but now I need to go search for a little bit more. Him allegedly talking to minors wasn't enough. You needed more. Not trying to shame you for that part. I'm just analyzing the video and asking some questions basically.
So I went through his computer, I went through his photos, and I seen certain photos that were very inappropriate for a grown man to have on his computer, especially a grown man who works with little girls. So what I seen was the little girls, well, the minors who were not of age, in his computer, in the Airbnbs, half naked, and just other explicit photos. Once I seen that, I knew exactly what was going on. I actually forgot to mention that those Airbnbs he would not allow me to go to at all. Like I would ask him some days like, "Hey, like can I just bring the kids over here and like you can help me like with the kids and like you can work at the same time?" Like he would tell me no, and he told me like if I would show up that he would call the cops. So that was already suspicious.
See what I'm saying right there? That would have been enough for me. What you mean you gonna call the police on me, bro? Okay, yeah, blocked. Fuck.
Um so back to the computer. Yeah, I seen some photos and stuff and I'm like, "Oh yeah, like this is not okay. Like I know this is not okay at all." So when he was out in California, I approached him about it and I told him that I went in his computer and I seen some things, and he pretty much just told me like it's not true that he's smashing a 17-year-old, and he just told me that I'm making all this stuff up. So I sent him some proof and he just kept denying it. So once he got back from California, he came in the apartment with his manager Bobby, and he came straight to me and asked where is his computer. I told him that I think I told him where it was. And then we started getting into it about what I seen on his computer and stuff like that. And we were going back and forth. And he was just, just denying everything. Then he started bringing up that the 17-year-old girl was going to pull up and beat me up and just stuff like that. It was like an argument like that. And it was just very weird. Hold on, y'all. Let me turn down her iPad real quick. My bad, y'all. I had to take care of my kid real quick. So we were just going back and forth, and he was denying the allegations. So the argument started getting really bad, and Michael eventually ended up going to the room. I knew at that point what he was gonna do because I knew exactly what.
Alright, so let me get this clear, and I want to say this right here. In no way, shape, fashion, form, whatever you want to call it, am I protecting Runik. Y'all know my recent issues with some of these people, so I'm just trying to be chill. I don't want to seem like I'm too harsh. I don't know these people. But with that being said, not being too harsh, but we all know Runik's. Oh, we kind of know Runik's weird. He's a weirdo. Sorry. The truth. He's gotten caught up in some abuse allegations. Now, this here. I'm not gonna say true, false, cause this has to be proven. That's why I'm like, I'm not saying anything about this. With that being said, since I don't know if she's about to provide proof, but I do want to say this first. It's kind of like you keep seeing what you need to see, and you keep sticking around to see why you should have got gone the first time that you saw what you needed to see. You said you saw he was talking to the 17-year-old at first. Why are you still sticking around? You gonna say I sent him proof. That didn't make sense to me because he's the one that's in it. He know what he did. I don't know. I just feel like the signs was there to say like, "Hey, get out of there," and you kind of just avoided those.
Where his gun bag was, and he went straight to the closet, and I heard him grab a bag, and then I heard him grab a gun. Oh, I knew it was a gun because he cocked it back. Ooh, this is so hard to talk about. I'm so sorry, y'all, if I'm crying. I'm so sorry. He cocked it back, and slapped me, and then he told me that he was gonna me while I was holding our daughter, Zariah. Ooh, this is so hard to talk about. And then Saya was in the room. He was watching TV. He was watching Miss Rachel. Y'all can hear in this clip. I'm probably going to put the clip before this, but y'all can hear in this clip everything that happened right now.
Do not have that gun with my son right there.
Shit, man, I'm not playing no
Don't
games,
play
man.
like that.
Nigga ain't
Hell
playing
no.
no games in this
Hey,
game.
nobody
Nigga
play.
show you in this, man.
Where's the nigga? Who is the nigga gonna show her? Runik state Runik. Funny Mike got you juiced up, bro. Where the nigga at, dude? Aren't you Filipino? I don't even think that you're. I was about to say Mexican. I don't know. I don't know his nationality, race, whatever. Bro, ain't you like Filipino? Talking about a nigga, dude. A nigga ain't even in the room. She ain't even
Clip
black.
everything that happened right now.
I ain't even trying to make fun of the situation, bro, but I gotta make do with what I got because I can't run with this because there's no proof. And You know how these baby mama, baby father be. Yeah,
Do not have that gun with my son right there.
that's wild to have a
No,
weapon
don't
around
do
your
that.
son.
Nigga, you playing no games in this,
Nobody-
man.
nobody do
Nigga,
that.
show you in this, man.
Don't do
Stop
that.
playing with me, man. Real
Don't do that. Stop.
nigga, killing this bitch, man.
Stop, bro.
Man, nigga, kill you in this. Who you playing with, bro?
Chill out.
Huh?
Alright, stop.
Who you playing with, bro?
Alright, stop.
Chill out, Runik.
Okay, stop.
Stop playing with me, man.
Chill out. Chill out.
Okay, get
Chill out, Runik.
Ain't no way he
Kill you
just.
in this.
No, ain't no way he just slapped a female. When have we ever seen Runik like this with a man, bro? I gotta ask that question. I was trying to be cool at first. See, the other stuff, I'm gonna leave alone. This part is proof. We heard the slap. I know what a slap sound like. Bruh. You done put the blick out with your son right there on your baby mama. You threatening to kill her, and then you done slapped her. Then you already look like one of them dudes that got bullied in school for your looks, and now you got a little money. Now you just feel like, I don't know, bro. This ain't cool, bro. I ain't never been slapped by anyone in my life, like on the actual violent type time. Not playing. That slap just did something to me. I ain't even like the sound of that. That just high key made me a little disturbed.
Huh?
I immediately heard gunshots when he smacked her. That's all I heard in my head.
Playing with, bro?
Alright, stop.
Chill out, Runik.
Okay, stop.
Bitch, you playing with me, man.
Chill out. Chill out.
Okay,
Fuck, man.
Chill out.
Boy, man.
get the
No, no.
Get the baby.
You trying to get yourself killed?
I don't get the baby. I don't
What?
give a fuck.
Who that is on the side? What? Bro say you trying to get yourself killed? What? What are you there for?
No, no.
Get the baby.
You trying to get yourself killed?
I don't get the baby. I don't give a fuck. You can get my child. That's fine. Keep my child.
So once he slaps me,
I ain't gonna lie to you though. If we gonna be real, I don't even date men. But the women who do in the comments, you know that's nothing but the behavior of a guilty man. A very, very guilty man. This is the type of activity that a man would do if you catch him in the act with another man. That's how guilty his actions is. Like, they get that mad. Now, I ain't saying that's what happened because she obviously done said what it was, but this is the type of stuff that displays guilt. You don't never see them on any type of footage slapping no man, pulling fire on no man, doing none of that. They never do that on never. It's crazy how behind closed doors they get so evil with these women, but on camera they play like they so innocent. Like, don't get me wrong, he looks like a weirdo and a creep. Don't get it wrong, but that, like, even with, I don't want to bring up his name, but you know, damn. Well, his name is out there. I was trying to say Carmen's baby father, but how I said with his situation, how she said he was behind closed doors, I was like, dang, I can't really see him like that. Same with Runik. Like, Runik don't strike me as that type of guy. So when you hear them behind closed doors like this, it's not. This is surprising, but it's not surprising that it's with a woman that you're doing it with, especially your baby mother. That was crazy. You pull fire on your baby mother with your child. You slapped her. You cocked the gun, pointed it at her. You slapped her. That's wild. And I ain't even gonna say old boy name, but he gonna stick right by him because he done did it before.
and he was going to shoot. Whew. So after that, mind y'all, I recorded everything on audio because I felt like something was going to happen to me because of what I found out. So I just knew automatically that he was going to do something because he just got caught. So I had my phone in the couch. So after that, I moved in with my mom and I left Michael and I took all our stuff and just went straight to my mom's house and stayed with her. We stayed with my mom for about a couple months. I say it was almost like a year. It was a couple months. I don't think it was almost a year, but it was like a couple months. And I think like 2 months after the situation, with me having to go talk to a whole bunch of attorneys and stuff like that, he had ended up getting arrested. I think he ended up turning himself in, and he went to jail. So I stayed with my mom for a while with the kids, but it was at one point where I could no longer stay with my mom. So I had to figure out something else. I called Michael and I asked him if he can help us out and help us
What? I'm not even trying to be that person, but what? I'm not asking.
get an apartment, and he did. So he helped us
Another way to control you and do what he want to do. And you going to be at his will.
get an apartment, and that's where I'm at now. When I moved in this apartment, I started feeling way better
So you dropped this video in an apartment that he got you.
because I wasn't living with Michael no more, and I had my own space. But it was still a lot on my chest because I was a single mom. I am a single mom. Because Michael said, like, you know, if I'm in the apartment and he's paying the rent, then that's all he's going to be doing. Like, he's going to be able to work at his house, and I'm just going to be taking care of the kids over here, and all he does is just pay the bill.
This is sad. Very sad.
Eventually, with me being here, it started feeling like I'm being controlled, because since he felt like he paid the rent and stuff, he started feeling like he could do whatever, which was pop up over
Did I not just say that, bro?
here, like force me to have sex with him, like just stuff like that, because he would pretty much just feel like, you know, okay, like if she's not doing this, then like she's gonna have to go, because like I pay the rent and she's not gonna have nowhere to go if she don't listen to me. So I was pretty much being controlled. He doesn't want to be a dad, he just wants to be a provider. So around my birthday last year, December 2023, is when
Sierra, he doesn't even want to be that.
I experienced something that I never thought that I was gonna experience from this person, especially because we were close and we were friends. And yeah, I respected him because he was Michael's manager. Whew. So one day, my apartment AC was out, and I called Michael and I tell him, like, especially because it was really late and it was really hot inside, I call him and I tell him, like, the AC is out, it's not working, like, can you like help me find a solution? He tells me he got his manager Bobby, like, he's gonna come over and he's gonna install an AC unit. I was like, okay, like, it's Bobby, like, you know, cool. All right, cool. Because I always trusted Bobby. I never felt too much. It was always weird stuff that I thought about him, which we'll get into that.
No. What you need to stop doing is ignoring the red flags and all the signs. That's what you're doing. You're constantly getting signs and you're ignoring them. You gotta stop that. Once again, I'm not trying to blame you, none of that. Just giving advice. You gotta stop that.
That in a little bit, but yeah, it's just, yeah. So I was like, okay, cool, like, just send Bobby. He can put an AC unit in the window and then just leave. So he sent Bobby over here at 9 o'clock at night, and Bobby had the AC unit. But as soon as he enters the door, he starts complimenting me, which I'm always used to because, like, he's Bobby. Like, you know, I always thought of him like, oh, you know, like, he's just like that. Like, he compliments people and stuff like that. I had got my hair done and everything, and, you know, I was looking good, obviously. But he was complimenting me, and he walked in and came to sit on this chair. And he did it. He put the AC unit down and just started talking to me, and then just started telling me, you know, like, that I'm beautiful. Just started telling me, like, you know, that he developed a crush on me and stuff like that. And I didn't really think too much of it. Like, I'm like, Bobby, like, boy, like, bye. Like, you know, like, me and him were like, I think of him like jokes. Like, okay, like, bye. And I'm like, it got to a certain point where he just kept overly complimenting me. He started complimenting and he kept saying, like, you know, you got so thick, this, that. And he just kept talking about my body, which started making me feel uncomfortable because, I don't know, he started getting too comfortable. So he sat down and he had the AC unit right here, and my kids were over there. They were watching TV and they were on their iPads, whatever. I was doing my laundry because I thought he was taking a little break or whatever. Like, I don't know what he was doing. He was on his phone. I guess he was answering calls and stuff like that. But I was totally wrong. He was not answering calls. He was being a weirdo. So my door was open. Obviously, I'm coming to check up on my kids and stuff. Hanging my clothes up, coming out here, talking to Bobby, you know, stuff like that.
That's another major red flag. You feel weird around him, and then you left your kids around him unattended. And once again, I'm not trying to blame, but I don't know, man.
So I come out once I hung up a shirt, and Bobby has porn on his phone. He's watching porn on
In front of the kids.
And I'm like, Bobby, what are you doing? He's like, he shows me it, and he's like, do you like the way this man is eating this girl out, or do you like this man? Like, just asking me a question like that, like, and I'm like, Bobby, I don't want to see that right now. Like, my kids are right here. Like, I don't want to see that right now. Like, don't show me that. I don't want to see that. And he just keeps showing me it. He eventually sends it to my Twitter, which I think I have proof of that. So if I have proof, I'm going to play it right here. So once I seen that on his phone, I could tell the vibes were like way off. And something was definitely up. And this was not the side of Bobby that I knew. So he showed me everything, and I'm like, no, like, just don't show me that. Like, I don't want to see it. Like, my kids are right here. So then he proceeds to get up, and he's like, can you grab it? I'm like, what? He asked me to grab his, and I tell him, no, Bobby. Like, you're tripping. Like, you're tripping. You're tripping bad. He asked me to go to the restroom to have some, and he was begging me to have some. He was begging. He was trying to grab my hand to grab his, and I told him stop. Like, no. So he started to get a little bit more aggressive once I told him no. It kind of started scaring me. Like, I could see it all in his eyes, and he just was begging me to have sex with him. But I was able to, like, put my foot down and, like, tell him no, and, like, give him, like, the type of energy, like, I'm gonna go get that knife, like, get away. So I was able to de-escalate the situation. I just was very uncomfortable, and I kept saying, like, my kids are here, Bobby, like, please stop. Like, my kids are here, please stop. He heard that and stuff like that. He was like right there by the door, and he was like, don't tell Runik. I was like, okay, like, I'm not. So I was so terrified and scared after that because I knew how close Runik and Bobby were, and I knew that, you know, Runik lives with Bobby, and I know that Bobby, I was so scared and terrified to tell Runik right afterwards, because I just know what kind of relationship he has with Bobby, and I know that he would choose Bobby over me any day. And I just didn't know, like, how to tell Michael because I knew that he would put the blame on me. So I waited about a month about a month. And I finally told Michael once he went out of town and he was away from Bobby. So I told Michael, and he didn't believe me. He listened to Bobby tell him lies, and he chose Bobby over my story and didn't believe anything that I said, and just completely ignored everything that I said. And eventually he wanted me to, like, reenact the scenes, and he came over and, like, was like, explain what happened. He was like, no, I don't believe it, like, you're lying.
Yeah, Runik, you're an extra weirdo. But to have somebody who was victimized reenact their trauma, you're a weirdo.
Like, just saying that I was a liar and stuff like that. So it was like, at this point, I just knew that I wasn't able to get him to ever leave Bobby. So I told him that I no longer want Bobby to be around my kids. I no longer want to be around Bobby. Like,
He shouldn't either. You not say he was talking to underage girls? Allegedly what you said. He smacked you, pulled the gun out with his kids around. He should not be around them either. He should be in the same boat with Bobby, far away from y'all.
like I no longer want to be associated with that, like, at all. He told me that he won't have Bobby around the kids and stuff like that. And I said, okay, like, as long as you don't have Bobby around the kids and I'm not around Bobby, cool. Like, that's respecting me. I appreciate it. Cool. But still to this day, he still has Bobby around. Once I told him my story and he didn't believe me, is what hurt the most. Because I just would never think that somebody that has kids with you wouldn't protect you. But obviously, he wouldn't.
Hey yo, I do want to say this here. Like, I'm sincerely sorry for what happened to you with the whole Bobby situation and Runik. Terrible, very sad. I feel like you should remove yourself from the whole Runik stuff completely, not just Bobby, because this is gonna sound a little harsh, but Runik's not keeping Bobby around. At this point, you are, because you're keeping Runik around, and he's the problem. You're saying you wouldn't expect him to not believe you or protect you, but he pulled the gun out, slapped you in front of your. This shit here, bro.
Because of what I've been through in the past with him. But it just hurt me that he still wanted to keep Bobby around. Saying that he will leave Ruku, that he will sue Michael, like anything, like to take care of me and stuff like that. Like he just really wants to be with me. And I told Michael everything. And Michael did not believe me with anything. It was always red flags there, especially when I had Zariah. Because Bobby would always tell Michael not to change Zariah's diaper because she has a vagina.
Alright, I'm through with this video. Bruh. Bruh. Shorty, look, I do not know how the comments finna be in this video. I would not be surprised if y'all are mad at me, and I don't give a damn. Bruh. Ooh. Girl, you're one of them. Oh my God. I don't want to come for you because that's not okay because you've been through something. But it's like, if I'm gonna step back, this is given one of them Lifetime movies where the mama saw all the signs, just let the shit happen. Like, this is how it happens. Saw all the signs and just let it, like, I'm done with this video. There's about 9 more minutes. No, I'm not doing it. Y'all like, subscribe, comment below. I'm out. Hell no.